Hey Student Success, welcome to week 11 of the semester, which means we are very close to the end of our term here. So of course, I'm going to remind you, please attend and then send in your attendance certificate for your student workshop assignment, as you only have a few more weeks left of the semester. It's really wrapping up quickly here. A few more have been trickling in here and there, so you want to make sure that you take a look at my video if you need a refresher on how and where to go to do that. All right, so let's jump in to week 11. You can see that week 11 is over chapter 6, and then chapter 6 continues into week 12. So you'll kind of see the same content go over. So I will eventually copy my chapter 6 lecture from week 11 to week 12 as well. So if you haven't watched the chapter 6 lecture, make sure you go in there and take a look at the chapter 6 information so that you're familiar with it for the basis of your assignments. All right, so you have two assignments this week: your chapter 6 discussion post, which is due as normal by Wednesday for your weekly attendance, and then responded to classmates by Sunday. And then you have something called How Well Do You Study assignment. So let's go ahead and jump in. Under the assignment folder, here is your prompt for your chapter 6 discussion. It is 2 questions. You're going to answer each question and make sure you do so in 3 to 5 sentences total. So you could just combine both of them together if you wanted to into like a small paragraph, or you can answer them individually. It's up to you. So chapter 6 does talk about like testing and then academic honesty. And so question 1 says, what forms of academic dishonesty are most prevalent on your campus? So if you're a high school student still, you can talk about what's going on in your high school. If you're a main campus or Akron campus student, you can talk about maybe what's going on around campus. If you are solely online, you can talk about what you perceive or what you think might be issues with online learning. If you need some assistance on what potential options there are in our textbook, section 6.5, toward the bottom, this goes through all of these examples of what academic dishonesty can look like. I also talk about this in my lecture video, so if you just watched that, this is probably pretty fresh for you. But you can scroll through here and see, okay, what's most common? Is it cheating? Is it plagiarism? You know, is it helping someone else being academically dishonest? Is it kind of having someone else give you a boost, an unfair advantage? So look through there and kind of see which one do you think is most prevalent on your campus. And then question 2, what can you do to avoid them in your own career? So what can you do to not plagiarize or cheat or get an unfair advantage or help someone else get an unfair advantage? So answer those 2 questions in 3 to 5 complete sentences total, not 3 to 5 for 1 and 3 to 5 for 2, just total. And then make sure you post that by Wednesday for your attendance and responded to classmates by Sunday. All right, and then how well do you study? This is due Sunday, and this is just going to, you're going to click it up here and it's going to open up into one of these separate windows, and it's going to go through and just ask you a series of questions that relate back to
the following
your
questions. Choose to answer them.
There we go. It's going to ask you a series of questions that have to do with basically your test taking, your studying. And so once you're done with that, that's going to be one of those that's automatically graded. So you want to make sure you go into your grade book and just double check that your grade has in fact copied over. Obviously, I don't have anything in here as the teacher, but how well do you study? You want to make sure that it copied over. All right, so that is your week 11. What you're doing here, chapter 6 discussion, answering those 2 questions by Wednesday, responded to classmates by Sunday. Remember, our response is, you know, building off of or comparing, contrasting, digging further into someone else's post, and then just complete the how well do you study quick assignment there. I hope everyone has a great week. Bye.